It's an amazing opportunity to be able to come to you, as always, for this 15 minutes of daily inspiration. It's lunchtime, and we get a chance to do it together. I'm your pastor of Internet and Innovation, Kervance Ross, and you are tuned in to the place called New Birth, where our senior pastor is Dr. Jamal Bryant. And I'm excited, I'm elated, and I'm overwhelmed to be able to share with you, receiving all of your feedback, all of your kind words, your instant messages, and more important, your shares. So let's do what we do. If you would tag 10, text 10, and share with 10 people right now and let them know that lunchtime with Pastor Kervance Ross, New Birth, and 15 minutes of daily inspiration has begun. If you take a moment to follow me wherever you are on social media by simply going to I am Kervance Ross, I'll meet you there. I'm more than excited to connect with you, and I'm ready to get into this message. You literally have to have been under a rock over the last 60 days, not just because of COVID-19, but because of the crisis of racial tension that has been going on in our society. As you realize, everything that centers through my messaging is about purpose, whether it is your life, your business, your purpose from a family dynamic, or the purpose God has called you to. It's that one thing that you've been designed to do that if you don't get it done, it won't get done. And there is still purpose even in the midst of racial tension, because sometimes things are permitted through God's will that allows us to be able to make changes that would not have happened under normal circumstances. Let me give you a transparent moment into my own life, realizing the story and the circumstance of Emmett Till, realizing that this young boy was made a name in the history of society and America at large, simply because his mother made a decision that because of what had happened at the hands of white men to her child, she refused to keep the casket closed. She believed that this moment is when the system would create some change. She wanted people to see the face, the image, and have it ingrained in their minds what had happened to her child. And it's interesting to me, much like the Bible, we've seen a second Emmett Till. And as opposed to his mother speaking up, George Floyd had a knee on his neck. And as opposed to his mother talking, he, in his last breath, calls out for a mother who has already transitioned from time into eternity. And I started thinking, I started brewing in my own self as a black man, not just as a pastor, but as a man, realizing that growing up in the inner city of Atlanta, and from 18 to 40, the instances that I've had with the police that had never been good, the times that I have been accosted, locked up, and racially profiled for being black, the times I've had a pistol pulled on me by a Georgia State Patrol officer and called a racial slur, all because I fit the description. It hurt. There were afflictions that were put and placed on me. And I know I'm not the only one, that this conversation is not one that you hear about on TV. It's one that you've encountered in close proximity. And I want us to understand that in the midst of this, the system has failed us. The system has marginalized us. The system has minimized us and tried to delete and often mute our voices. But I found encouragement in the reality of starting a brand new series. And I'm calling this series Success Beyond the System. Because in the purpose of your life, in the purpose of your journey, in the business plan, in the life plan, in the financial plan, in the spiritual plan, sometimes the systems will work against you. But I'm here to encourage you that you can have success beyond the system. I want you to type it on the screen. I'm going to have success beyond the system. And part one of success beyond the system is a topic that I'm calling I'm good. You heard me. 2 words, I'm good. It has a biblical reference in the book of Psalms, chapter 119 and verse 71. It says something that blessed me. It says, it was good for me to be afflicted so that I might learn your decrees. Let me help you understand. Some of you are in the circumstance that you're in and the system hasn't worked for you, but you're getting ready to have success beyond the system. It's good that you've been afflicted. It's a reason that you've gone through what you've gone through, because you needed to learn the decrees. And there are a few things that success beyond the system will help you to win and learn through. Number one, I want you to realize that when you were afflicted, it hurt you. I said, when you were afflicted, it hurt you. I cannot tell you that the times that I was marginalized by the police, it hurt. The times when I started my business and walked into the room and was the only dark-skinned color in the room, and they looked at me like I had the wrong address, it hurt. It hurt the times that I've been a person that saw humanity and all people saw was my color. It hurt. I was afflicted. I was marginalized. I was minimized. But the hurt caused me to succeed. The hurt put me in a position where it toughened me up. It caused me to get skin that would be able to sustain the storms and the temperatures of life. It hurt, but I'm going to succeed. And there are some of you who are watching me right now. You're watching me at your cubicle. You're watching me in your office. You're sitting in your bed and you've been hurt. The scars are still there. Your psyche is still destroyed. Your emotions are fractured. Your abilities are not where they should be. You have not been able to get up from where they pushed you down. But let me help you to understand, it was good you were afflicted. It hurt you, but you're getting tougher now. You are getting stronger now. The Bible says it was good that I was afflicted because I learned from the decrees, because the system may fail me, but I'm going to succeed. Not only is it good for me that I was afflicted because it hurt me, but number two, it helped me. I said it helped me. It helped me because sometimes you needed a few setbacks in your life so that you got the help you needed. I mean, I didn't pray the way I prayed until I was afflicted. I didn't study the way I needed to study until I was afflicted. I didn't meditate the way I needed to meditate until I was afflicted. I didn't start focusing in on the things that mattered until I was afflicted. I got help when I got hurt. I got help when I got afflicted. I got my mind focused. I got my heart right. I've got my business plan in order. I started putting my money in order. I started seeing myself differently. You were not able to talk down to me when I got afflicted because I got help. The help was on the inside. I saw myself in front of myself. I saw who I could be. I saw myself in the future, and in the future, I looked better than I was where I was. It helped me when I got afflicted. And there's some of you watching right now realizing that your help has arrived. You just didn't realize it because it didn't come in the package that you thought it was going to come in. It didn't come the way that you thought it was going to come. It didn't feel how you thought it was going to feel when it arrived, but you got your help. And I want to be able to encourage you, you're going to succeed beyond the systems. When the systems of family fail you, when the systems of corporate America fail you, when the systems that have been placed in front of you to marginalize you fail you, sometimes your failure was a lesson on how to succeed. You've got your help. And I believe that there are some people that can testify, I've been helped because I was afflicted. So number one, it hurt me. Number two, it helped me. But number three, it healed me. I said it healed me. I remember watching and realizing that in the midst of all of this, George Floyd changed the world. Emmett Till changed the world. And in the midst of a life being taken, I'm watching people get healed. I'm watching white people march on the front line when they used to be silent. I'm watching people come together and have conversations that they've never had. I'm watching us care more about each other. I'm watching us be more concerned about each other. I'm watching us be more focused on each other. The stuff that we used to minimize, we are now talking towards. We are healing. The salve is being brought together. The circumstances are being changed. Why? Because when you're afflicted, you can get healed. Sometimes it doesn't happen until you find yourself being set back by a system. And I have to be transparent with you again, realizing the hurt that I have experienced in the past by the police. I had to go get healed. I went on the website betterhelp.com and got me a counselor, not because I'm crazy, it's because I'm trying to keep from going crazy. You can have Christ and counseling at the same time, and you have to put yourself in a position where you realize that the system made me look at it as though if you're black, you can't get counseling. If you're black, you can't go to a psychologist. The system may fail me, but I'm going to succeed beyond the system. I'm not going to let church folks drive me crazy. I'm not going to let circumstances minimize me. I'm not going to allow my past to hold me prisoner. I'm going to get healed. And I believe that there's somebody watching me that is on the verge of your healing. I speak into your life. Your plan is going to work. Your business is going to succeed. Your finances are going to be better. Your marriage is going to live. Your vision is going to come to fruition. Why? Because the system may have failed you, but you're succeeding beyond that system. You are being healed in your mind, in your spirit, in your fears, in your setbacks, because you are succeeding beyond the system. Not only did it hurt you, not only did it help you, not only did it heal you, but fourthly, it highlighted me. I said it highlighted me. It is the moment that the fact that they are on the back screen was because they were afflicted. They've been highlighted. You can't deal with racial tension and racial reconciliation without highlighting Emmett Till, without highlighting George Floyd. You cannot go through the circumstances of life believing that nothing is going on, that this is just a fallacy in the imagination. This is a frenzy in the psyche. This is not a reality. You have been highlighted because things are being made better. You were afflicted so that you would learn the decrees, that you would learn the lessons, and now it's highlighted your story. You've been highlighted. You have been put in front of the spotlight. You've got a yellow mark line through you. Why? Because people need to read your story. People need to see you as a template for God's success. People need to realize that you came from nothing and now you're employing people. You've been highlighted. You were broke one time and now your income is overflowing. You've been highlighted. You came from a broken marriage, a broken family, and now you are raising your grandchildren and your children have education and your house is paid for and your opportunities are in front of you. You've been highlighted. It was good that you got afflicted. If you didn't grow up in the hood, you wouldn't have the tenacity. If you hadn't been marginalized, you wouldn't have the drive. If you were not overlooked, you wouldn't be able to stand and decree that if it was not for God on my side, I don't know where I would be. You've been highlighted. Not only have you been hurt, you've been helped, you've been healed, you've been highlighted, but finally you realize it humbled you. I said it humbled you. The Bible says humble yourself. God doesn't want to be in the position that he has to show up and do it for you. Sometimes he allows affliction to happen so that you can humble yourself. You learn how to shut your own mouth down. You learned how to give God thanks and not put the praise on you. You learned how to realize that everything that I got is because he gave me. Every salvation I enjoy is because he saved me. Everything I understand and am a blessing of is because he blessed me. You humbled yourself through your affliction. It was good for you. And now as you look back, as the old folks say, sometimes my soul looks back and wonder how I made it over. I've made it through storms. I made it through rain. I made it through heartache. You know how? Because I succeeded beyond the system. And I'm testifying, I'm proclaiming to you, somebody is stuck in a system that you think you can't get out of. You are stuck in an abusive system that's keeping you from your business plan. You're stuck in a system that's putting your mind at an unrest because you're being afflicted, and this affliction is pushing you to where you've been designed to be. You will succeed beyond the system. I want you to use the hashtag the rest of the day. I'm succeeding beyond the system. And I want you to realize it was good for you because you will win. Your life won't be in vain. Your struggles won't be in vain. It's going to happen because it was good. And you'll be able to testify, no matter what I went through, I'm good. Look at how quickly time flies when you're having fun. I'm totally out of my time, but I'm not out of inspiration, and we are not out of opportunities for you to be able to be connected to the Christ that will allow your circumstances to make sense. We don't want you to just do this by yourself. You are not just to be friends and viewers of New Birth. You're to be family. And if you do me a simple favor, go to newbirth.org and just click the join button and make the transition so that you can succeed beyond the system with a people who believes in the God of our salvation. On top of that, I believe that this message has helped somebody. You weren't in church on Sunday morning, but you were able to tune in from wherever you were, and you want to be able to let God know how much it impacted you, and it would be beneficial to invest in a kingdom that makes you understand that God will allow you to succeed even when you've been afflicted. If you do me a simple favor and text NBGIVE to 77977 right now and sow a seed. I don't know what you want to tell God. I don't know how you want to worship him, but make sure you don't get off of this feed without making your investment. Thank you so much for tuning in. Share this message. Tag this message with somebody's name. Share this message with somebody you know. Text somebody you know. You know why? Because they need inspiration, and they will succeed beyond the system. I'm your pastor of Internet and Innovation, Kervance Ross. Thank you for tuning in. I love you, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it, and I'll see you when I see you. Peace.